Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this pick a card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffled and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out and give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovia codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you picked is Today for Tomorrow. It is represented by the full moon phase and is illustrated with a mother and daughter, or maybe twins, or the same person in different times. Red hair, a black dress standing at the top of some stairs under the moon in the wind. The sentence that resonates with this card is, I want it some, I want it later, gently. It may seem like a trade-off to sacrifice the person in order to secure a better future. That's what ants do. Or to sacrifice the future to enjoy a better present. Cicadas do this. Either choice holds a bitter taste. It's like watching a child play. Shouldn't she study? And if she was studying, wouldn't she regret not playing anymore? You meet a person you are attracted to. Do you go past and let it stay in a fantasy? Or you make a move and follow it through to the ephemeral ending? The endless choice between regret and remorse. What if, for once, we turn back to the dark? We do the unexpected and we shred it like a used dress. We can walk by the sea, as no one is around, and we skinny dip out of our worries. The present and the future as one single integrated connection. There is no choice because the road is only one. What we are today and what we are tomorrow may be different, but it is the same person. The card presents such an interesting thought, especially with the question of, should a child play or study? Should he or she be allowed to express herself or prepare for a better future? The thing is that we cannot see things in black and white, work or play. The universe gives us both as creators to create, and also to enjoy the fruits of our creation. We must have both work and play. Without it, the universe, you, are not in balance. So ask yourself today in your shadow prompt, where in my life is work and play not balanced? Have you been working too much, spending all your time on chores? Find some time to balance out a little play in your life. Whether playing means going out for a coffee with friends or playing video games, start to find that time. If you have been indulging in play too much, ask yourself, how can you work? How can you create? How can you bring value to others in the universe? If you need to work more, use Grabovia code 212-585-212 to help with determination and focus for learning. If you need to play more, use the Grabovia code of 214-5432 for rejuvenation and energy. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are
are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card that you picked is Peaceful Among Thorns, and is represented by the first quarter moon phase. It is illustrated with a futuristic monk, his skin crossed by small circuitry, meditates in the lotus position. An 8-pointed star inscribed within a circle is at his back, like thorns piercing the air. A golden lotus aura envelopes his body. The sentence that resonates with this card is, coexistence of the material and the spiritual is the human way to enlightenment. We talk too much about spiritual stuff, spiritual this, spiritual that. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in an age where everything seems reduced to a materialistic drive, but aren't we going too much to the other side? I have a money problem, go spiritual. I have a health problem, go spiritual. I have a love problem, think of true love and go spiritual. I want to have sex, go spiritual. If we were truly able to solve problems like this, what is spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores. Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. And to solve love problems, you need to have sex. Strange, but true. Getting spiritual is not what solves our problems, it is what gives depth to our solution. It makes them meaningful. It takes us from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean. But sometimes we're not ready to make it ours, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we do not.
This card speaks some truth in that we tend to use spirituality to run away from our problems instead of fixing it. Oftentimes, we fall prey into trying to manifest our dreams and desires, but we are getting all the wrong instructions from fake gurus who want your money to buy into their courses, consultations, and seminars. I talked a lot about it in my video Shadow Work vs. Law of Attraction, which you can click on the link above or description box below to find out more. Spirituality is a tool for us to use. The true answers lie within you. You don't find your answers by faking happiness and trying to get in a high vibe. You find your answers by accepting your shadow. Use the shadow prompt. How have I used spirituality to escape my problems? When you look within, you will find that those problems did not go away, whether it is love or money, but rather the problem is suppressed. When you look at what the problem is, you can take active steps to fix it. It is called the law of inspired action. That's how the universe works. In your journey to fix the problems, spirituality is thus a powerful tool that helps you. But first, you have to take the journey. Use the Grabovia code of 918-77569-81818 to give yourself the protection you need in this journey. If you want to know how to use Grabovia codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.
The card you picked is called Fated to Suffer, and is represented by the waxing gibbous moon. It is illustrated in the confines of a foggy forest, where a misshapen woman hands a green and red apple to a younger woman with red lips, dressed as a servant. The sentence that resonates with it is, if you know the future, you forsake your choices. Only with no fate, life is free to unfold into unknown shores. Once upon a time, we believed in fairy tales. They were the voice of common sense, the educational tool which prepared us for duty, danger, and morals. Some things we would never accept if we were told by a single voice, so the world arranges us to hear them with 1,000 voices, 1,000,000 voices. It's about what you can do and what you cannot do. What are you worth? What can you aspire to? It's about what you like, what you want, what you hold dear. It creates a script which comes as strong as all the voices that believe that script combined, so much that you cannot see another path. Are you truly seeing Snow White in a card? Is this story truly the only one this image can tell? What if the apple is not poisoned? What if the witch is not evil? Is that the same as how you look in your life? Is it truly what you think it is? Are there not any other options? Is the option of others honestly better than ours, even if there are many and we are only one? Are you fated to suffer? It is not that there is no suffering in the world. The point is that there is no fate.
Throughout our lives, we create stories in our heads. These stories are the things that hold us back and do not represent the true and authentic self that is us. Shadow work is about removing that. What are your ideas about love? Do you want to meet your lover walking down the beach when you're alone? Or for him or her to save your life? Where did these stories come from? Did you see it somewhere? Hear about it? You can check out my video on shadow work and love to find out more about this. I'll post the link above and in the description box below. But what about success? You believe you have to study hard in school, work hard in a 9-to-5 and climb the corporate ladder. Where did that story come from? Parents? Teachers? Friends? When you begin to ask yourself where stories come from, you realize that they are not yours. You just personalize it. Ask yourself in your shadow prom, what stories in my life create low vibrations for me? Time to get external stories out of your head and then start to ask yourself about what you really want in terms of purpose, freedom, and value. And what process makes you happy and passionate to go after it. Use Grabovio code 148-542-32190 to tap into the energies of universal harmonization when you're in your session. If you want to know how to use Grabovio codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prom and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.